is Molly again from the Big Garden, and today is the very last lesson, and we're going to talk about seed saving today.
Seed saving is important because it saves growers money and it helps protect plant diversity. Large seed companies have fought to own the rights to certain seeds, forcing growers to have to buy from them year after year. Seed saving is an act of resistance.
So there's two different types of pollination. There's open pollination and cross-pollination. So open pollination occurs by insects, birds, wind, humans, and other natural mechanisms. Because there are no restrictions on the flow of pollen between individuals, open pollinated plants are more genetically diverse. This can cause a greater amount of variation within plant populations, within their genetic makeup, which allows plants to slowly adapt to local growing conditions and climate condition changes. Cross-pollination is pollination of a flower or plant with pollen from another flower or plant.
Today, the grain breeder no longer depends on natural variations as a basis for selection. In modern practice, he produces variations more quickly and surely by crossing or hybridizing, hoping to combine the good qualities of two or more varieties in a still better offspring. Opening the grain flower, he finds the 3 yellow anthers ready to burst and shed their pollen. Carefully, with a pair of tweezers, he removes these to prevent self-pollination. Then he inserts pollen taken from the flower of the other parent strain, bringing about cross-fertilization. A transparent bag is used to protect the crossed flower, and a tag is attached to identify the seed when it's ready for harvest. This is just the beginning. Scores of crosses must be made and hundreds of offspring tested to see if the best qualities of the parents have been inherited. Inside the seed house, weeks of activity precede spring planting and field testing. Head samples, the products of previous crosses, are studied and selected. It must be remembered that each cross produces only a single kernel. When planted, this provides several heads, supplying enough seed so testing can begin. These first products of crossing must be handled carefully to safeguard their possible future value. Heads are carefully threshed by hand. These few grains, after planting, testing, and retesting, may later be increased to many thousands of bushels for distribution to farmer seed growers.
So hybridization can occur naturally through random crosses, but also it can occur on a commercial level, resulting in hybridized seed, which is called an F1 seed. And it's deliberately created to breed a desired trait. For example, if you want to create drought-resistant corn, the first generation of hybridized plant crosses also tend to grow better and produce greater yields than the parent variety due to a phenomenon called hybrid vigor. However, any seed produced by the F1 generation of plants is genetically unstable and cannot be saved for use in the following years to come. Gardeners who use hybrid plant varieties must purchase that seed every year, and you can't save those seeds because they will not be the same type of plant that you had the first year that you bought that seed. An heirloom variety must be open pollinated, but not all open pollinated plants are heirlooms. Some companies create heirloom varieties based on dates such as if they're 50 years old or more. So heirloom varieties can occur naturally in nature, and there's no intentional breeding to create some hybrid seed type. So they tend to have some unique qualities about them. Sometimes squash or cantaloupe, for example, will have some interesting shapes and colors and flavors with those heirloom varieties. So what I'm doing here is trying to remove the seeds from the flesh. So here you can see there's a bunch of seeds clustered around this middle membrane here of the tomato. So I just pull that out, and then the outer wall of the tomato you can use in cooking. So now that you know a little bit more about how to save seed, I encourage you to start doing it. It's a great way to reuse some of your vegetable seeds for next year, especially for those open pollinated heirloom varieties. They're really fun to save and to continue to grow the following growing season. So I hope you enjoyed this Grow Your Own curriculum. It was really fun doing it. Thank you for the wonderful feedback. Have a great summer. Bye.